dear students, how are you all? I hope all of you good. Okay, so shall we start today's video? Okay, be ready with your pen and copy and let's start it. Okay, so in last video what we have discussed, in that video we have discussed about first law of motion, inertia, types of inertia and fact behind some natural phenomena like the leaves of the tree get detached from tree when shaken vigorously. Also about why the dust particle from carpet falls down when beaten by a stick, and also about why the passengers feels a force in forward direction when bus driver applies brakes. Also why the persons feel a force in backward direction when bus start from rest to motion. So let us start it. Okay, now I am going to write the today's video. In today's video we will discuss about Newton's second law of motion and also about a new term which is related to Newton's second law, that is momentum. So before knowing about the Newton's second law of motion, we will discuss about momentum. And Newton's second law of motion, derivation of it is important, and also it comes in your exam. And also some numerical which the formula which we will derive by Newton's second law, based on that formula numericals also comes in exam. So carefully you will understand about numericals. We will solve in another video, but in today's video we will derive that formula and also we will know about momentum. Okay, so while playing cricket, now a cricket player lowers his hand while catching a ball. Okay, why? That is the explanation of that is behind momentum. Okay, so by this second law we will understand that why it happens, and also while catching ball, if the player in behind the wicket, that is wicket keeper, moves his hand in backward direction. Why? Because why? About that also we will understand. Also athletes jumps on a cushion in high jump and in long jump also. They jumps on cushioned floor and also on sand floor. Okay, why? About all those facts we will understand by this Newton's second law of motion. So let's start. First of all, I'll write definition of momentum and I'll explain, and after that we will start Newton's second law of motion. Okay, so let's start. Write down definition of momentum. What is momentum? Momentum is, it is defined as product of, it is defined as the product of mass and velocity. Mass and velocity. Okay, so it is the product of mass and velocity. It is denoted by small p. Okay, so it is denoted by small p. P equals to, this side I will write. It's a definition only. Definitions are practically found. You have named them, so you can't find the derivation of it. Okay, so this is definition only. So P equals to, what is according to definition, what is the P? P equals to mass into velocity. That is, as we know, we denote mass by small m and velocity by small v. So P equals to, what you got? You got mv, where m is mass and v is velocity. Okay, now what is unit of momentum? Unit of momentum, that is mass. Unit of mass is what? Kg, na? Kg. And unit of velocity, you know, meter per second. In last chapter you have already discussed na, what is the unit of velocity. Unit of velocity is mass per unit time. Okay, or mass per sorry, I'm very sorry for that. Meter per second. Okay, you have derived na, velocity equals to what, distance, displacement upon time, unit of displacement meter, unit of time second. So meter per second we found in last video. Okay, sorry, in last chapter video. So unit of momentum is equals to kg meter per second. Okay, and it is a vector quantity. It is a vector quantity. Why it is a vector quantity? Because it has direction. As I told you, what is the definition of vector quantity? In first chapter I have explained. Vector quantity are those quantity which has magnitude as well as direction. Means they have magnitude also and direction also. उनके पास direction भी होता है और उनका कुछ value भी होता है ना. So those are the vector quantities. And you know, one more reason for it is what? When a vector quantity multiplied by a number, then it again the quantity which we will find, that is vector quantity. Okay, so see in this formula, velocity is a vector quantity. How? I have explained already in motion chapter. So velocity is a vector quantity and it is multiplied with the number. Mass is a what? Number. So mass, when it multiply with the any number, then the another quantity comes after product is also a vector quantity. This is law for the rules for the vector quantities, which you will learn in class 11th. Okay, it's not in your syllabus, but simply I am explaining how you can understand it. That's why I explained, so that you can understand it better. Okay, so I hope up to here you have written. Now I'll move for the Newton's second law. Okay, first of all I'll give one question related to momentum. One numerical will solve, given in your NCERT. First of all that I will solve. Numerical is, let me see, numerical is, yes, one numerical I am writing. A car of mass 1000 kg moves with velocity 72 km per hour. What? Find its momentum. Find its momentum. Okay, so a car of mass m moves with velocity 72 km per hour. Find its momentum. This side I am going to write. Okay. So what is given in this question? Okay, what is given in this question? Mass of the car given, that is 1000 kg, and also another quantity is given. As I told you, solution of any question is given in your question only. ठीक है, सभी questions का solution सिर्फ question में दिया होता है, तुमको सिर्फ formula use करना होता है. ठीक है. So mass equals to what? 1000 kg and velocity is equals to how much? It's a 72 km per hour. Okay, so first of all, what I told you in first chapter video, that you will convert velocity if given in kilometer per hour, you will first of all you will convert it into meter per second, because all questions we are solving in MKS unit. Okay, so with SI unit also. Okay, so m equals to this much, v equals to 72 km per hour. So this you will convert it into meter per second. So 72 into what I told you, how you can convert kilometer per hour into meter per second? By multiplying 5 by 18. So by multiplying by 5 by 18, you can convert this kilometer per hour into meter per second. In first chapter I told you about it. So it will be 18, 4 is 72, so it is 4 into 2, 20, 4 into 5, 4 is 20 meter per second. So its velocity is 20 meter per second. So let's solve it. Yes, it's over. Almost. Only momentum will find. So momentum P equals to mass time velocity. By the formula, what is it? Momentum is equals to mass time velocity. So mass is 1000 into velocity is 20 meter per second. So now the answer is 20,000. What is the unit of momentum? Kilometer meter per second. So momentum you found 20,000 kilometer meter per second. You need to write its a unit also, because it's compulsory in physics. Otherwise your marks will be deducted. Okay. Now I am moving for the Newton's second law of motion. Okay. So Newton's second law says that it states that the rate of change of momentum is directly proportional to rate of change of momentum is directly proportional to applied external force. Okay, so rate of change of momentum is directly proportional to the applied external force. So is it clear? It states that the rate of change of momentum is directly proportional to the applied external force. So what is rate? I have explained in first chapter already that rate means what? Any quantity divided by time. Means with respect to time you are finding that. Okay. जैसे बोलते हो इस रेट की स्पीड से वो चल रहा था, तो कितने सेकंड में कितना डिस्टेंस उसने कवर किया, दैट यू विल राइट. सो विथ रिस्पेक्ट टू टाइम you are finding the rate. Okay, so what according to this statement, it's a law only, so we will utilize it. So I'll write in the mathematical form, this law in mathematical form. So let's start it. So rate of change of momentum is directly proportional to applied external force. Means external force is directly proportional to rate of change of momentum. So change like this. First of all, you write down rate of change. If you want to write according to the definition, like that only I will write. Otherwise you will ask again questions. See, you have written rate of change of momentum. So I will write first that only. Rate of change of momentum directly proportional to external force. Okay, same definition you have written. Can I write this? Force is directly proportional to, same thing na, same thing, it is proportional to this one, so this one is also proportional to this. So force is directly proportional to rate of change of momentum. So rate of change of momentum means what? Change in momentum per unit time, that is the rate ना. किसी चीज का रेट कैसे डिफाइन करते हो? जिस क्वांटिटी के अंडर में तुमने उसको एक्सप्लेन किया है. फॉर एग्जांपल तुम बोलते हो इसका रेट पर केजी इतना है, 4 रुपीज पर केजी है, तो तुम क्या डिफाइन करते हो? पर केजी का जो वेट है. इन द सेम वे रेट ऑफ चेंज ऑफ मोमेंटम को किस टाइप से डिफाइन करते हैं? चेंज इन मोमेंटम विथ रिस्पेक्ट टू टाइम. मीन्स इन 1 सेकेंड उसका मोमेंटम कितना चेंज हो रहा है, दैट इज द रेट ऑफ चेंज ऑफ मोमेंटम. तो मोमेंटम का भी रेट क्या होगा? इन यूनिट टाइम हाउ मच इट इज चेंजिंग, सो दैट इज द रेट. सो रेट ऑफ चेंज ऑफ मोमेंटम मीन्स व्हाट, चेंज इन मोमेंटम इन यूनिट टाइम, दैट इज अ रेट, ठीक है, मतलब पर यूनिट टाइम में, पर सेकेंड में वो कितना मोमेंटम चेंज हुआ। जैसे कि बोला कि पर केजी का वेट इतना है, मीन्स 1 केजी का इतना वेट है, इन द सेम वे 1 सेकेंड में इतना मोमेंटम चेंज हो रहा है, दैट इज द रेट। ओके, so force is directly proportional to the change in momentum with respect to time. Okay, so I have written here. Now change in momentum, I'll write here force is directly proportional to final momentum minus initial momentum. Okay, final momentum minus initial momentum divided by time t. Okay, so change in momentum means what? Change in any quantity means what? Final minus initial, उतना ही change हुआ है ना। फाइनल मोमेंटम वाज, सपोज एनी मोमेंटम वाज देयर, तो सो पहले से तुमने किस मोमेंटम के साथ शुरू किया था, एंड व्हाट इज द फाइनल डिफरेंस बिटवीन देम, दैट इज द चेंज ओनली ना। सो यू विल राइट फाइनल मोमेंटम माइनस इनिशियल मोमेंटम। ओके, सो दिस साइड आई एम गोइंग टू राइट। ओके, so final momentum, let us consider initial velocity of the object is u of mass m and final velocity is v. Okay, then first of all here you write down, consider, this side I'm writing, consider mass थोड़ी change हो जाता है, हाँ बोलो। So it is mass into final velocity. In that second case you will take final velocity. Final velocity is what? V you have considered, so it is v. So it is mu and it is mv. So I'll substitute these values in equation first. Suppose this is first equation. So I'll substitute these equations in equation first. I'll write here substituting these values in equation first. Okay, so this side I'm writing, I'm removing this one. If you are able to understand it one after, you can see this video once, 1, 2, 3 times, how many times you can see, then you will understand. Now force, so I am substituting these values in this equation, first equation. So F is proportional to P2 is how much? It is mv. Now P1 is how much? It is mu divided by T. Okay, this much is clear, I think. Now F is equals to, when we remove constant of when we remove this proportion sign na, we write generally, अच्छा यहीं से अभी इसको ऐसे कंटिन्यू करते हैं। ओके, so now see m is common here, so it is v minus u upon t. This is what, this term is chapter, you know v minus u upon t equals to acceleration. Okay, so you will write force is proportional to m into a, m into a, because if this term is a, here you can write since a equals to v minus u upon t. Okay, acceleration a equals to v minus u upon t. Now see, this is proportion sign. So when we remove this proportion sign, we write f equals to one constant term into this number. So one constant term k into mass into acceleration. Okay, जब भी हम proportion sign को हटाते हैं तो we write generally equals to a constant quantity into mass into acceleration. क्यों हटाते हैं? Because it is proportional to this, but we don't know what is the exact value, इसीलिए हम proportion दिखाते हैं. But when we write equal to, तो हम कहते हैं कि किसी constant से multiply करके यही value होगी. Okay, so generally when we remove constant of proportionality, we remove proportion sign, then we write constant of proportionality K and the value. Okay, so here where K is constant of proportionality. Is it visible? I hope visible. Okay, now this side I'm going to write. Okay, this side. So now F equals to KMA you found. So this K is constant of proportionality. Practically it was found. K equals to 1. Then force equals to K. Value of K you have already substituted 1. So it is equals to mass into acceleration. So force equals to mass into acceleration. This formula we found by using Newton's second law of motion. Okay. So this is force equals to mass times acceleration. In starting what you have written, force is proportional to momentum, change in momentum P2 minus P1 upon time. Here if you will write, you will remove constant is this proportion, then you will write K into P2 minus P1 upon T. By experiment you found K equals to 1. So F equals to what? That is P2 minus P1 upon T. This one you got. Okay. Now see, I told you that a cricket player lowers his hand while catching a ball. Why? समझो बात को कैसे? या फिर तुम so means this one is explaining this force is directly proportional to this because to reduce this value of change in momentum. Okay, if he will reduce this value of change in momentum, then by Newton's second law we know force is directly proportional to change in momentum, the rate of change in momentum. So if he will increase time, when he lowers his hand, he is increasing time. When time will increase, then momentum will decrease. And when momentum will decrease, देखो नीचे में जब टर्म बढ़ता जाएगा तो टोटल वैल्यू क्या हो जाएगी? कम हो जाएगी. Then value of force will decrease. And if value of force will decrease, then he will experience less force on his hand. और उसको कम चोट फील होगी. Understood? So that's why he lowers his hand while catching ball, so that he will feel less hit in his hand. Okay. Now and another you have seen that wicket keeper also what he does, he just catch the ball by moving his hand now in backward direction. Why? To reduce the effect of this force. Okay, to reduce the effect of this force. How he will reduce? By increasing time. Then this when it will increase, then the total value of this will decrease, and then he will experience less force. Okay. So these are the facts. And also I told about that why the players while jumping from in high jump they jump on cushioned floor. Why? Because if it will take time in while moving towards the floor. Okay, when he will jump on the cushioned floor, then it will take time so the time will increase. When time will increase, then total force will decrease. अरे जब जंप करता है वो तो कुशन फ्लोर पे जब वो जंप करेगा तो क्या होगा, फ्लोर तक जाने में वो कुशन क्या होगा, प्रेस होगा, तो फ्लोर तक जाने में उसके लेग्स में हिट होने से पहले तक का जो टाइम है वो रिड्यूस हो गया. अगर डायरेक्टली यू विल जंप ऑन द फ्लोर तो क्या होगा, यू विल फेस मोर हिट ऑन योर लेग्स, ज्यादा फोर्स लगेगा. क्यों? क्योंकि टाइम कम हो गया. बट व्हेन यू विल जंप ऑन द कुशन बेड तो कुशन फ्लोर तो क्या होगा, वो जैसे वहां पे सैंड हो या फिर कोई भी कुशन चीजें हो तो क्या होगा, तुम टाइम लगेगा टू मूव द डाउन साइड तो क्या होगा, बिकॉज ऑफ द इंक्रीज इन टाइम द effect of force will reduce. Understood? So these are the physical significance of Newton's second law. मतलब physics क्या use है Newton's second law का, that is the use. So up to here you write down. In another video we will solve some numericals. based on these two formula, this one and this one, and we will know about some other phenomena, and also we'll discuss about the Newton's third law of motion. Okay, so this video is already very lengthy, so I am just I don't think that I should explain more. So we should leave. Okay, so okay, अच्छे से पढ़ाई करते रहो. Take care all of you, and bye bye. Take care.